You need to make $5,000 in the next 7 days. So instead of buying an overpriced course or endlessly consuming mediocre YouTube content, I'm going to give you an exact step-by-step framework so you can make $5,000 in the quickest way possible. Now, what's really crazy about this offer is that whether you're a beginner or you already have a business, you won't have to post a single piece of content, take a sales call, or send thousands of DMs to close a deal. To sweeten the pot, not only am I gonna show you exactly how you can make $5,000 with this gold rush, I'm gonna show you exactly how I sell $30,000 pickaxes to the gold miners with this exact strategy. This is the exact strategy I use to charge $30,000 to work with the biggest creators on the internet. And it's the exact strategy I'm currently using to generate over $1.1 million in profit online. But before I can pull the curtain on the exact strategies you need to use to make $5,000, I need to introduce you to a concept I like to call digital oil. Now, you might think there's a catch, like you're gonna need to spend hundreds of dollars on ads or have an audience of thousands. Nope. I'm actually going to show you exactly how I scaled a brand new offer to $176,000 in the last 8 weeks without spending a dime on ads to start. But before I can pull the curtain, it's time we break down a concept I like to call digital oil. So if you don't understand this one concept, everything I say for the rest of the video will be useless. I need you to pay attention, or else you will end up a one-hit wonder like most gurus, coaches, and consultants that ride trends just to fall flat on their faces. So this concept is something I like to call the value ladder. Now, I cannot take credit for this. Some of the greatest marketers of all time, like Russell Brunson, Alex Hormozi, Alan Soltanic, they use this in all of their offers. But this is something I'm implementing with my creators, and it's the exact strategy I'm using to generate $90,000 per month with 4 hours of work per week. So this is exactly how I did over $31,000 in 90 minutes, $32,000 in 90 minutes, and it's something that I'm going to introduce you to so you can find the most success launching your own offer and scaling your own business in the digital gold rush. So the value ladder is going to be so important to understand, or you are going to fall victim to shiny object syndrome. When you fall victim to shiny object syndrome, you are not going to understand the core principles of marketing that are driving sales in an online environment. And if we do not understand that, we're going to be giving up on something that does work, that needed a little bit of tweaking, and then we're going to move on to another vehicle of sale or another avenue of traffic, and we're going to miss the opportunity to scale an offer that has the potential to do 7 figures online. But before I break that down, I want to talk about 3 points of leverage that you are going to likely have when it comes to making $5,000 in the next week. Just a little exercise as we get started. You're going to have 3 things you can leverage. You are going to have time, you're going to have money, and you're going to have traffic. So odds are, if you're watching this video, the things that you are going to have to use are your time or traffic. Now, if you don't have a social media following, I'm going to introduce you to the exact strategy I use at the end of this video, and that's exactly how I launched a $175,000 a month offer off of someone else's traffic. But let's start with the concept of the fact that you are going to have to use your time, right? So we are going to be looking for someone on the internet that needs a solution. This person is going to be someone that has an audience, and they just need to introduce a new form of traffic to monetize an offer. So when we are going to go looking for this person, I'm just going to get straight to the exact thing I would do. I would hire a $3 an hour VA. This person is going to send 100 plus DMs per day. While this person's sending 100 plus DMs per day, you're going to be finding a niche of the internet that you want to sell to. A niche that I know is doing really well right now, and it's the niche I work on, is female entrepreneurship, right? The best way I can describe it is the fact that the male entrepreneurship space is so competitive, but the female entrepreneurship space is catching up. It's a less toxic of an environment to work in, and girls are the highest engaged shoppers on the internet. So if you want to do what I did, this is the exact outreach strategy I used to find a client. So I had a friend that had a following, and I said, hey, if you let me use your Instagram account with 20,000 followers, and you let me send DMs to my ideal client profile, I will give you money if I close a deal. This is a strategy that I've never heard anyone talk about. All it takes is one answer to a DM. You're gonna make someone money and they do not have to do anything. Odds are 8, 9 times out of 10, they are going to be down for you to launch this into your business. So this is exactly what I did. It's how I closed a client for $5,000, for $7,500, for $15,000, for $30,000. This is gonna be the best way you can leverage your time and a couple extra dollars. You're maybe gonna have to spend $50 on a VA to get an answer once you have a dialed outreach message. Now, let's say you do have traffic. You've solved this. You have a client that you wanna scale. It's time we break down the value ladder. And this is gonna be the exact path you take this traffic coming through someone's audience to convert a sale and to get to that $5,000 price point. Now, I'm gonna give you a simple strategy you can use right now on this value ladder, but stick around to the end of the video because I'm gonna break down the thing that I'm actually launching tomorrow and that I've been doing for the last 7 weeks that's pushing me to upwards of $200,000 cash collected in this 8-week period. But let's say you find your audience and you know what you wanna scale within this traffic. You were gonna launch a free lead magnet. Now, if I were selling to high-level creators, I would post something like, hey, do you want access to the simple 3-step framework coaches are using to make $93,000 a month with a 4-hour work week? That is an offer I have because I figured out how to use 4 hours of my time to make $93,000 a month. If they convert on this, they are gonna land on a lead magnet page. This is where they can enter their email, and if they confirm, they move on to the next page. This is gonna be where you can offer a call. If you offer a call, an implementation call, hey, do you wanna know how to implement this 3-step framework to scale your business? My team is doing free 10-minute calls. You've got someone in a place where you can sell them. Let's say they bite on the call. You come on the call, you're vetting for their problems, and you're like, hey, sounds like you have broke influencer syndrome. Would you be interested in me launching this into your offer and scaling it for free for the next 14 days? But here's the catch. All I want is 20 to 30% of everything I drive. Now that's something easy to get your foot in the door, easy to scale. This person is not gonna have to pay anything. You're not gonna have to pay anything. And there is scale to this. But if you wanted to get that $5,000 cash collected immediately, I would be like, hey, for $5,000, I can launch this exact system that I just used on you into your offer and scale. I can guarantee $10,000, $20,000 if I just get to tap into your traffic. So let's kind of dive into the thing that I am actually doing, and I can break down the exact strategy that you're gonna be implementing if you wanna follow a similar path and get similar results to me. So now that you understand the 3 points of leverage you have, I've introduced you to digital oil and the ascension ladder and the core tried and true marketing strategies that people have been using for decades on end. I want to introduce you into the exact strategy that I am using to scale this value ladder within my own offer. I kind of want to start at the top and break this down very simply for you. Once you find your traffic, once you know the offer and the niche you're going to be going into, it's going to start with the awareness, right? This is going to be things like Instagram traffic, ads, newsletters. And our goal is to take people on a journey, right? So whether that's the value ladder or the marketing funnel, I want you to understand that these are all just different frames of reference on the journey we're taking our customer on. So right here, this is gonna be the awareness, the Instagram, the ads. And what we're gonna do when we have their attention is we are gonna pitch them on something, a problem that we know they have, but offer our services or our information as the solution. So this is the exact strategy I'm using with some of the biggest creators on the internet. It's how I've done over $1.1 million online in the last year, and how we're generating hundreds of thousands of views, tens of thousands of leads, and moving everyone towards an offer that we are running. So from the awareness level, I know that my niche has a problem with scaling their online business. So I hit them with, I have 4 apps I use to make 1.1 mil. I know this is a hook that works because I understand the verbiage that gets people to click. Now, there's a variety of ways we can do this. And I can introduce you to a very simple thing we can do right now to scale this, but you need to understand what your audience is going to click on. Once you understand this, we can curate the sales asset or the lead magnet that we can use to move people into a grander part of the sale. For the lead magnet, you can offer someone a doc, you can offer someone a template, or you can do what I do and offer someone a webinar, right? A free masterclass, because I know that people are having struggles with their business and that I know people want to solve that problem. I'm gonna be like, hey, if you wanna know how I used these 4 apps to make over $1.1 million online, comment register and join me this Thursday at 7 p.m. for my free masterclass. Now, I have an automation set up called ManyChat, and when people comment a keyword register, we had 25,000 comments on one of our last videos. They are gonna be sent the registration link. So this is all part of that marketing funnel, right? This is the awareness, this is the lead, and then our goal is to move people to a deeper part of the funnel through some type of sales asset we know they want, or some type of event they want to participate in. And then we are one step closer to that $5,000. So once we have our lead magnet, once we decide the sales avenue that we are going to pursue, it's time to figure out how we're going to convert them on the sale. Now, I've done this in the form of a webinar. You can do this in a variety of other ways. I'll show you another strategy you can use right now. So this value ladder or this ascension funnel happens in a variety of ways. You can do it from a free level product to an entry level product to a mid-ticket, or you can start off on the paid. There's people running paid ads to a $20 product. Once someone buys that $20 product, they get upsold a $29 template, or they get a free trial of something, right? These are things, they're called order bumps, they're called upsells. From here, if these people buy this, they get pitched a $297 offer, they get pitched a $497 offer, and this is where all the magic happens. And this is where most marketers make the mistake. They're only focused on this part. They're so worried about the dollar. They're so worried about their own selfish gain that if this initial stage doesn't work, they miss out on this entire part of ascending your customer through the journey. In marketing, they say that it is way more expensive to acquire a new customer than it is to increase the lifetime value of your current customer. And this is the exact strategy we're using, right? We built a relationship with people over Instagram. We have a variety of entry-level taster products that people can buy. And because we know if we use the diction of, hey, here's the 4 apps I use to scale to $1 million, we're targeting the people that have already tried the business, they've already consumed our free assets, and they're gonna show up and give us 90 minutes of their time. Now, in this 90 minutes of time, we're gonna continue to deliver on free value. Over the course of our webinar, for the first hour, all the value we give is free. But we start to position pain they have right here, and we transition into our pitch. And our pitch is where all the magic happens, because this is where we use something called the hybrid offer to sell $1 million worth of product online, because courses are dead. So I'm going to break down the exact offer strategy I use. Do not sell people information. There is an abundance of information. We are in the information age. What I want you to do is sell implementation. And you're going to hybridize it. So the hybrid offer, people get a course in education. They also get done for you tools. We give them automations we use, right? The exact ManyChat templates. And then we give them a live environment. Now this is where magic happens. So cash collected, I've done $32,000, I've done $45,000, another $31,000 in a 90-minute frame. But this is where the magic happens. So people buy our $597 product, and in that, they get the course, they get the tools, they get the automations, but they get a trial of community. And after their 3-month trial, we ascend them into a $60 a month subscription, because the only way you can scale a business is by having monthly recurring revenue. Monthly recurring revenue is what increases the valuation of a sale from that 2 to 3x range to that 7, 8, 9x range if you wanted to exit your business. This is something that people need to be looking to incorporate, and this is just a strategy that I figured out works best for us. Now, when you move people into this environment, and if you want to use the strategy that I've used at the webinar level, you can sell them the hybrid offer. Now I'm going to break down the numbers of our webinar so you understand the results we're driving. If I have 1,300 registrants, I have it down to a science now. I've been doing it for the last 8 weeks. This is how I've done over 200K cash collected. I know around 40% of them are going to show up, right? So out of those 505 people that show up, I know we're going to convert 8 to 10% of them. For the sake of this video, let's just say we do 10%. And we can even lower our ticket. If you want to make that $5,000, you have 50 buyers, you sell a $100 product, there's your $5,000. But if you sell 50 people at $500, there's $25,000. Now, if these 50 people end up converting into your subscription, you're going to be able to drive an extra $3,000 in monthly recurring revenue over an elongated period of time. So for me, I know these 50 people are worth $25,000 cash plus the MRR. But the MRR has lifetime value, and I know that people stick around for 3 months. So this $3,000 a month is actually $9,000 a month, or just $9,000 in cash. And that's the beautiful thing about this hybrid offer, is that I've moved people using traffic, using an audience into a one-time sales environment, and was able to generate over $34,000 for our business because I understood simple principles. I didn't get shiny object syndrome. I just spent the time to learn about the value ladder, the ascension, the ability to move people from a free consumer to a slightly paid consumer to a medium ticket product. And the marketing funnel and the ascension ladder is where all the magic happens. And that is why I said it is digital oil, because when you have that understanding, you are taking core marketing principles that have been around for decades, and you can use this to make hundreds, if not millions of dollars online. I hope you're one step closer to that $5,000 a month mark. I gave you a lot of value throughout the course of this video. If you want to see more from me and you want me to keep educating, I'm just getting started. This is my second YouTube video, so drop a subscribe, drop a like, drop a comment, and I will see you in the next one.